What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about syrup today, Maple Finance. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys, and let's get into it, all right? It is the first day of July, and here we are, 52 cents, 8 hours, 13 minutes left in the day, down about 4%. From the high, you're down a little bit more. High to low, you're down about 22%. That's okay. That's pretty typical, actually, a pretty typical procedure in the crypto markets here. Nothing to be concerned with, right? Typically, you know what else is typical in a move like this, a fantastic move like this from a low to a high, is that you do see a, that's a 7x, it's almost an 8x move, you guys, in a very short amount of time, basically nonstop. You do oftentimes see like a 30% to a 60%, 70% drop, right? And we haven't quite hit 30%, so it's very possible that we could do this. I want to overlay some fibs from a low to a high and just see, the 236 isn't even there. In all fairness, though, every step of the way, if we put this on, and here I'll delete this because we don't need this one. I feel like it's just making noise, right? From a low to a high here, you found support at the 382. Low to high right here, you found support where? Just above the 382. In all fairness. Low to high here, found support at the 236. Low to high here, you found support right at the 236 as well, just above there. Low to high here, you did not find support at the 236 last time. You don't need to find support at the 236, but just going through this overall, I would think that we do find support at least around 40 cents, right? You're at 52 cents now. What happened? Why are we going to go down? Why is it topping off here, right? Well, you got listed on Hyperliquid, and I think that does generate the interest of short selling, right? You've got a lot of traders, a lot of active traders in the space are on Hyperliquid, and the fact that it's available to short, I mean, you have something that moved up almost 8x nonstop, you guys. They're going to short. They're probably going to short, and it's no mistake that within the week after this listing, that's whenever you started to move down, actually, right? Daily RSI looks super bullish. I mean, this is an ideal looking RSI. That doesn't mean you can't go down. You can still go down. Stochastics are pointing downward, right? You probably go to the oversold zone. Typically, you go oversold, overbought, oversold, overbought. You're well up here, so I think that you would at least go down to 40.5 cents, right? You're at 52 cents now. MACD is phenomenal. It's super bullish, but again, you can go lower and still be fine, right? You can go lower, and it's really not that big of a deal. And I wouldn't be surprised if you did. Just a little bit lower, right? 40 cents, 30 cents at the most. I'm starting to doubt that you get to 30 cents, though, right? I mean, we called for 28 cents and below that for so long, and it just kept moving up. I'm letting go of that target, man. I think if you were to do that move, you would have done it already. But in all fairness, again, backtracking to what I said a second ago, high down to, let's go to 28 cents there. That's a 56% drop. That is a standard drop in crypto, especially for a move up like this. Like that's really not that out of the realm of possibilities, right? And if we look at this here from a low to a high, I mean, that's right there, man. Just below your 382. Such a common maneuver to make. So maybe don't expect that you'll go below 30 cents, but don't be scared if it happens. It's just a prime buying opportunity. I will be buying some syrup there for sure. You guys, if we have the fortunate enough opportunity to buy below 30 cents, you best believe that we're going to seize that day, man. Seize that opportunity. Because this thing is, it's going to go a lot higher. Let's just leave it at that, right? There's a lot of good stuff going on with this thing, and I think as far as DeFi goes, it's one of the more interesting projects, right? Onyx Coin and Syrup both are pretty damn interesting, but I like how Maple Finance goes about their lending protocols, right? It's literally like DeFi, but also centralized, right? The Syrup part is the DeFi part, but Maple Finance, the actual like business in the real world, that's the centralized part. It's commingling, which is unique, which is very unique, because a lot of DeFi projects, protocols, what they claim to be is decentralized, but they're still centralized. They got a central force backing it and directing it, and they pretend that they're DeFi. Maple Finance is like, yo, we're in the DeFi space, but we're also centralized. To like the point of operations is all centralized, and they're very transparent about that. I don't know. I think it's interesting, and it's a different take, and I like it. I like it, man. I think that, and obviously I'm not going into depth as to what this thing does, but it's something like this is the future of what finance will be. It really is. Stuff like this is what's going to put banks out of business. I said that one time and somebody disagreed with me. They're like, I like you, C-Zar, but I disagree that they're going to put banks out of business. Look, guys, banks are never going away. But the amount of banks there are in the market right now, it's oversaturated, right? And crypto is going to make them either downsize tremendously. It's going to not either. It's going to make them. It is going to make them downsize, and it's going to have to make them restructure, right? they're going to have to do business in a different way than they do. Banks are the business of lending money. They take your money, you give them money so they can do business, and you don't get anything for it. Maple, you get something for it. Whenever you stake your syrup with Maple Finance, you actually get rewarded for it, right? The money that they lend out, that they use for whatever purposes, you get rewards through that, right? You don't get rewards in the bank. You deposit $1 million in the bank, they use $999,000 of that tomorrow, and you don't see a single cent of that reward. Maybe depending on certain banks, like, and you have higher net worth. I know that there's certain incentives to bank with certain places, but still, compared to DeFi or whatever the hell Maple Finance is, it's not even the same. It's not even close. This stuff like this is really going to put not banks completely out of, it will put banks out of business, but it's not going to eliminate banks. Whenever I say banks are going to go out of business and have to change their dynamic, right? I'm talking about interest rates will no longer be negative. They'll have to be, or maybe they'll be so low. Wait. Interest rates, no. Interest rates they are not negative now. They're positive. Whenever they are negative, that's whenever they're actually paying you to take out a loan. Interest rates would have to actually get to a point where it's so low that it's competitive. I was going to say competitive with the DeFi ecosystems that crypto is going to promote. Banks are going to have to lower their interest rates so much that it's actually competitive, or even offer negative interest rates where they're actually offering you money to take out a loan. It's not like you'll take out a $10,000 loan and you pay back $5,000, but like you take out a $10,000 loan, maybe you pay back $9,990, right? Which is crazy. That's like literally free money, and it's not a lot of free money, but and then you scale that up, it can be, but that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. Banks are not going away. I will die an old man twice thereover, and my children will die old in their years, and there will still be banks. They're here. They're here to stay. Whether we like it or not, they're here to stay. But they're going to have to change, and stuff like this is going to make them change and downsize very much. Anyways, I'm getting off topic here. Read into it, right? Does that sound interesting to you? Read into it. Go on CoinMarketCap, type in syrup. You click on this here. It'll load for you, and then all you do is you go to the website, find the white paper, or just click on the white paper there and just read about it, man. I thought it was a really interesting read on the white paper, actually. It is unique. It's definitely unique. And I like Onyx Coin, man. XCN, that's another DeFi project that we've been following for a long time, but there's unique things about both of them. There's competitive advantages about both of them, but I just think Syrup has some good stuff going for it. I think XCN has some good stuff going for it. They're both at relatively low market caps, right? And the whole reason why I'm getting off on this topic is we were talking about buying below 30 cents, right? If that ever happens, I'm going to lay the hammer down and go pretty deep into some Syrup there, because we're going to get real sticky, man, because I think that it's going to be a prime buying opportunity. And I mean, at the current market cap of 580 million, you could see this thing do a 100x. You know what I mean? Like, you could literally see a $58 billion market cap by the end of this cycle, sometime in Q2 or Q1 next year. That doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it's a safe bet that this thing at least outperforms the average participant in the market, and that much I like. If you drop to 30 cents from here, you're at 52 cents now. That market cap's going to be below $400 million. That chance of 100x goes up even more. You know what I mean? It's phenomenal. So I do believe that we're going to go a little bit lower. Do we find support at 40 cents? Do we find support at 30 cents? Do we find support at 25, 28 cents? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I do think we have lower to go. I would at least expect a 30% drop. And from there, from a low to a high, that should, it wouldn't take us to the 236, but I would at least expect a 30% drop, right? I mean, that's pretty close. 45. I would think if we're getting that close that we go to the 236, but we've already shown that we don't have to do that, right? We don't have to do that to move up, but most of these lows did find support either the 236 or the 382. So that's just something to consider there. Daily RSI looking like it wants to go down. You're not seeing the same robustness that you saw before. Very bullish overall. Stochastics likely going to go to the oversold zone. MACD could go lower and it's fine. Weekly time frame, not a whole lot to go off. I mean, you do have bearish divergence on the weekly time frame in all fairness. That divergence started back here at about 41 cents, so going to 40 cents would clear up that divergence. 1 hour time frame, higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price, bearish. Higher highs in the stochastics, lower highs in the price, bearish. Building bullish momentum while getting lower highs, bearish. All bearish things, short-term speaking. Looking bearish on the MACD, just crossed below the zero. Stochastics are oversold. You just got oversold on the 4 hour. The last time they got oversold on the 4 hour, it was like right here. Was that the low? No, you went lower. Does that mean that you can't move up? Sure, you can. You go a little bit lower, you'll move up, but then you'll probably just find resistance at prior support and then continue to move up or move down. If and when we bounce and we go up to like 57, 56 cents, don't anticipate that means we're going to new all-time highs. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're just stair-stepping our way down finding that low somewhere between 40 to 30 cents, maybe even a little bit below 30 cents at the worst, okay? I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. And genuinely, before you invest in anything, not just syrup, but anything, you should do your own research, right? Do your own research. I don't want to read the white paper. I don't have time. That's a lazy excuse. I don't understand all these things, man. I'm new to crypto. I don't understand what all this means, dude. I didn't understand a lot of stuff whenever I started either. And you kind of figure it out as you go, and you won't if you don't try. So try, try, fail, try again, try some more, and you will get there eventually, right? But you're not going to get there if you don't try. So just try, right? Like a math problem. Come back. If you read something and you can't figure it out, just read the rest of it. Come back to it later. See if that helps you understand things better. Maybe your mind just needs a break, whatever. Step away. Come back to reading. You don't have to read it all at once, but just try to understand any and all projects that you invest in, okay? Especially this one. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Bye-bye.